command in all of MicroWorlds ZX logo today. But first we got to do a few other things here. Going to CG it, get rid of that. We're also going to make the text a little bigger for you. Now, there's a command called home. Doesn't look like it does much. Let me get this centered here. But if you pick up the turtle with your mouse and type in home, it'll go directly to the middle, kind of like CG, but CG clears everything. Home just goes right to the middle like it's going home. If you CG it, put your pen up, move the turtle. I wouldn't recommend doing it with your mouse, but just for your purposes. And I hit home. Home goes right directly to where you should be. Alright? If we were going to talk about logo, we're going to talk about doing the same thing over and over again. Last time, like that octagon that I just got rid of, squares, forward, right, forward, right, forward, right, forward, right. It just keeps doing the same thing over and over again. Well, there's a command that does that. We're going to get rid of the commands here by putting in CC. It's called repeat. Make sure you spell it correctly. One letter off and it won't work. Repeat space. Let's say I was going to make the square, the simplest shape. 4 sides, same angle, same turn. Repeat 4, left bracket, and then whatever you put in the brackets, you can do that many times. In this case, 4 times. Forward 100, and then I turned 90. Of course, it won't draw anything because the pen's not down. Let me go back up here, put the pen down, put a space, hit enter, boom. Done. All nice and neat, real quick. You might not be able to see that because it went so fast, but there's a new command I want to also teach you. It's called wait. Wait 10 is actually 1 second because it goes in tenths. Wait 10 will go forward 100, right 90, wait 1 second, and then turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anytime you want to slow it down to make sure that what in the world's going on. If you got rid of the wait 10, it would just go real fast. You wouldn't even hardly see it. Well, one of the things to point out to you is the key to logo is the angles. If I change the 4 here, get rid of the 4, maybe put an 8. I can also put a space or not have a space there. It will actually still make a square. It's not going to make an octagon. You think, well, it's got 8 sides. Well, it has 8 turns, but it's only a square. 90 degrees. Right here, the key of the logo, the angle. 90 goes into 364 times. I don't care if you go around 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It still makes a square because 90 degrees goes into 364 times. If I take out the weight, put in 800. Kids like to do this. It just goes round and round. That was 800 times. Pretty fast. So, it's the number of degrees. Let's say I do want to make a hexagon. We'll go back up here to repeat. I would rather have 6 sides, but the angle isn't 90. The angle has to be related to 360. If you're not sure, here's a reminder. You can take 360 space divided by space 6, and I'll put the weight in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I change the right turn to a left turn, 1 letter, change the right turn to a left turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It matters where you start, where you're headed, and what your angle is. You can go round and round and round and easily with the repeat command. Well, it gets even better because you can have, well, let's take a triangle. We'll We'll get rid of the wait so we don't have to wait so long. Three sides, but the angle is taken care of by the 360 divided by 3. Equilateral triangle pointed off to the right. If I would take a right 90 now, get rid of the CG, go back up, hit enter. Now that way. Oh, you know what? This kind of reminds me. Well, why am I doing this so many times? Why can't I just do this all at once? Well, you can. You can have a repeat inside a repeat. Let me CG it. And we'll get rid of all of this. Pen's down. Still down. I want to make 4 squares. 4 squares. Well, wait a minute. A square has 4 sides. I can put a repeat inside a repeat. It's called nested. Make a square. Now if I don't change anything, it's just going to go round and round. But if I turn right 90, and I'll put a weight in there for you. Here's your square. And then after the square, turn right 90, and then do it all over again. Do it 4 times. 1, turn, 2, 3, 4. 4 squares inside each other. Let's say I want to make 8 squares. Square is still forward 4, right 90, forward 100, right 90. But as usual, without changing the angle, it's going to be the same thing. But let's say I hit enter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Pretty cool. As usual, thinking like a middle schooler, what happens if we do 80? Let's do 90. Do 90. There's the square. Right here's the square. After we make 1 square, I want to turn, but it's not 45. 90 goes into 360 4 times. I'll just change it to weight 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's taking a square, turning it 1, keep waiting a little bit. There's 90 of them. What happens if you make it bigger? That's the command for forward 200. Let me see, I want to make the same thing, only bigger. Goes off the screen a little bit, but you get the idea. Powerful, powerful command. You can have repeats, inside repeats, inside repeats. Make a shape, turn a little bit, move a little bit, go over and over again. You could have all kinds of amazing things. And that's the lesson for today.